Discussions podcast. Dope discussions, gated era, co-woke discussions, mob ties, how they rock and think they both was cousins. Gifting you with their words so you might know you something. Just go and look for them live. They do it every Sunday. Every Sunday.
And we gon' bring you that dope. And we gon' bring you that dope. It's Gator Beater, baby. Main state to state, baby, coast to coast. Like the vibe, baby, spark the joke. And we gon' bring you that dope. Come talk with Erica, man, talk with G. And all you gotta do is talk with me. And we gon' bring you that dope. And we gon' bring you that dope. And we gon' give you that dough. And we gon' bring you that dough. Uh-oh. Yep. Yeah.
That Mary.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, hey, look, Mary will get you hype, man. Mary will definitely get you hype.
Yes, she came out with that new documentary, and I watched it over the weekend.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard so much about it. Like, yes. I gotta check it out.
I've been going back in time and playing that album, that My Life album. That was the album.
Yes, yeah. I think a lot of people are. Mary's gonna go down in history as being one of those artists that people just relate to. That's gonna be Auntie Mary right there.
Oh yeah, that's what they call her now, Auntie. What's up, Quincy? Welcome back to Dope Discussions Sunday. Who we got up there? Good evening, Jennifer. Good evening.
Jennifer,
thank you for joining
us from YouTube. What's going on, Jennifer? Welcome to the virtual congregation. Yes. Thank you for being here.
In the house. We got a good show for y'all tonight, a good topic. But before we get into all of that, I gotta catch up with my boy Gator. We be MIA during the week, so we have to catch up on Sundays.
Man, so I do. I be running, man. So, like I said a couple weeks ago, I shut my jobs down to 3. Mm-hmm. Then I picked up another one. So, no, I've been good. I've been running though. Between Uber and between my other job, it really keep me going. So, it definitely do. But I thank God for it though. I thank God to be gainfully employed. I
know, right? It's a blessing.
And man, last week we took the day off. I gotta mention this. We took the day off.
Yeah. So how was your Father's Day?
So I forgot to bring the gift out here. Uh-huh. So I got the first gift that my son ever bought with his own money.
Okay, right? What was it?
Okay, can I get it right quick?
Yes.
Can I get it? Hold on. Talk to the people right quick.
Yes. We got a good show for y'all tonight, a good topic. I hope that we can get a lot of y'all's feedback on tonight's topic. We're going to be talking about social media and the effects that social media has on us.
Yes. So check this out.
I love it.
What? He know daddy like ties.
Yes, he got the fleur de lis.
You got the fleur de lis, and if you look real close, it got in purple and gold to say who that.
Okay.
Who that? So yeah,
he did good.
Yeah. I was like, that's my boy right there.
You know what daddy like.
Good. Exactly. Daddy like to dress up. He can do wrong every once in a while. Got to get sharp on.
I know, right? Yes. Well, welcome everybody to the show. Tonight we're going to be talking about social media, and does social media promote self-love? You know, we hear a lot about self-love this, self-love that. Is it really self-love, or has it has it morphed or mutated into a form of narcissism?
Yeah,
And then
because
how can we tell the difference?
right, because there's a lot of people out there that like to be seen. Now, they
Mhm.
like it to be seen just to boost their own self-esteem, or they trying to show out and put down other people in the process. So, yeah.
Yeah. So we want to talk about it. We want to talk about it. But before we get
Mhm.
into the meat and potatoes of the show tonight, we got some special small business spotlights. We had a lot of submissions, so I had
Oh,
to
yeah.
I had to separate them in between. So we got two tonight, and then we'll have some more small business spotlights for the next Sunday show.
Right. We appreciate y'all submitting all those things too, because there's nothing
Mhm.
like being able to spotlight businesses that are actually having an effect on our community,
Yes.
that community. So, yeah,
Yes.
it's an awesome thing.
And what's the use of having a platform to reach other people if you can't help other people put their names and their businesses out there? So we
Right.
want to boost up
Exactly.
small businesses and all help out each other however we can do that.
Exactly.
So let's get into our small business spotlight.
Yeah, I was waiting on that graphic. I was like, it's purple and green. It's my favorite colors. Small
Yes.
business spotlight.
So here we go. Our first small business spotlight is
There you go. There you go. This is Core Collective Coaching with Miss Felicia Houston, the author, life coach, and realtor. As you can see her Facebook. Hey, look, if y'all got your phones out, go ahead and scan that little QR code right there, and it'll take you right there to Miss Houston. Her Facebook, of course, is Core Collective Coaching. Her Instagram, Felicia Houston _ Felix. That's Felix. You can find her at Core Collective Coaching at gmail.com. And you got the 9 digits sitting right there, 818-447-5392. Core Collective Coaching, the center of it all.
yes, I love it. And our next small business spotlight of the night.
Ooh, so this one is pretty. Look at it, look how pretty it is. Look how pretty it is. This one is actually Ordained Canvas LLC. As you can see, it's an art gallery. That's why we talk about how pretty it is. The owner, Ms. Lisa Trishelle. She's got hand-drawn portraits, resin art, acrylic paintings. She's got it all. Just go to, actually, she's got her address here, 1528 Barksdale Boulevard in Bossier City, Louisiana, 71111. So anybody in North Louisiana right now, go check her out up there. Make sure to patronize her business. They work on most days, but it is not open to the public until, let me see if I got her times out. Not open up to the public until September. So don't go in there just yet. Don't be sitting out there waiting and forming a line outside the door. Well, you know what? Go ahead and form a line outside the door. They'll be with you shortly. But go to www.ordainedart.studio/shop-all. Again, www.ordainedart.studio/shop-all.
Awesome. Those were some beautiful business spotlights, some
Right.
beautiful Black women doing the business. I love it.
Right. And that's an awesome thing. Like I said, it's the community, everybody in the community chipping in and bringing up all of the ships in the bay. I love it.
Yes. So if you are a new viewer or a returning viewer to the Dope Discussions live show, my name is Erica Warren, and I am in Hammond, Louisiana. That is my co-host, Mr. Gator Live. He is streaming live over in Atlanta, GA.
ATL shot. Yeah, we are. Yeah, doing it. Y'all will never hear me say that correctly, by the way.
Yes. And we are here every Sunday, 6:30 Central Standard Time, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And our show is based around topics about relationships, dating, self-improvement, um, pop culture,
Yeah.
the things that are going on in the world at the moment, relevant topics that are important to us at this day and time. Our new generation, some of our old generation, and how we can merge those together. We also love to talk about relationships and understanding me, helping men understand women, and
Mhm.
women understand men, and bridging that gap so we can you know, bring our communities back together.
Right, exactly. And not just relevant topics, but relevant people as well. Voices that you want to listen to. A couple
Hmm.
weeks ago, we had the ladies from Forged by Fire on here, Miss Keatrice
Hmm.
Keys, and the group set this whole place on blaze. There was tears flowing. There was look. I started to pass a collection plate out, but I didn't feel like everybody was gonna contribute.
We
I
had
was looking at
church.
y'all. Yeah, we had church in here. We got people that come in and contribute all the time, from Q to Derek. We have people that come in and give good insight, and of course,
Mhm.
the two of us try to give y'all
Yes.
that good insight as well.
So y'all go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, comment, share, good, all that good stuff. Put us
Yeah,
on that,
yeah,
give us some visibility in the algorithm,
right.
because
Give
we
us
are building this channel.
right. Yes, definitely, man. Just get us in that algorithm. Get us in there.
What's up, Derek? There's our boy Derek from the Relationship Gumbo
All right.
podcast.
Speaking of devil, there you go, right there.
we spoke him up. We
Oh
spoke him
yeah.
up. All right, you ready to get into this topic?
I definitely am. Because this is something that we see in a whole lot. And I think the questions need to be asked of some of these influencers
Mm-hmm.
and, of the like that's on there right now on social media.
Yeah, and I've recognized that in today's time, anything can start out for good
Yeah.
and then mutate into something toxic, dysfunctional, or be used for not so good purposes. And I see the term self love is
Yeah.
starting to be used and sometimes overused and used in the wrong context a lot of the time. Um, and I do believe that social media has really amplified, I guess, the inner narcissist in all of us.
Yeah. I think all of us have a little bit of an ego issue. We want to love ourselves. I mean, it's self-preservation. We want to make sure that we care for ourselves. But sometimes we can end up in scenarios where we might be thinking a little bit too. I mean, it's no problem to be, to love yourself.
Hmm.
But it's when you start to try to put yourself on a pedestal above others that you
Hmm.
start to kind of run into issues. And we see that a lot more on social media now than we used to when it first started out.
Right. So I think where it comes from is we've recognized that a lot of the behaviors, a lot of the choices, a lot of the troubles that we end up in our life is due to a lack of love, of self love.
Mm,
And so we've promoted and promoted and promoted. You got to love yourself first in order to be more healthy, in order to have healthier relationships. And
right.
so sometimes you can over promote or overextend something into where it starts getting into the extremes, and then you got to bring it
Mm,
back to the middle. You know, um,
right.
I believe in self love. I believe in believing in yourself. I believe in, not being afraid to cheer for yourself or promote yourself. Whatever, if you're doing something good for other people, if you're promoting something positive, by
Hmm.
all means, and also, sharing that to help other people believe in themselves and have a good positive outlook on life. But where do we draw the line, and where does it start to venture into attention seeking and self-serving and putting ourselves on a pedestal over other people to be, admired and I guess worshipped.
Yeah, and I guess that's one of the big issues is that we promote self-love, but a lot of people don't know how to love.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know how to interpret love. They don't know what real love is. So they get to that part where they start seeking attention because they feel like if these people are looking at me and they're hitting the like button on my picture, then they love me. I'm desirable. I'm wanted. Not really knowing what true self-love is or what true love in general is. Just because these little boys with their little grubby fingers hitting these little hearts on your pictures, I've been, guilty of that once or twice. But just because they're doing that doesn't mean that they value you. Self-love is about value of yourself, self-value. And if you are not, if these people are just sitting there looking at booty pics and, oh, I like that, they like that, but they don't value you. And I think especially a lot of younger women get those two things confused, between value and love and then just lust. So it's too many different things that are wrapped up that they can misinterpret. And that's why you see so many videos, especially on like TikTok. Because you the TikTok queen now. And I get on there and I start looking at TikTok a lot too. This is why you see so many of these challenges where girls just can't wait to turn around and shake their booty because it gives them that attention that they need, not the value. They're not really worried about that value. They're worried about the attention that they get. And if there's a video that don't get enough likes, you should see some of them up there pouting and y'all not showing me no love. Huh?
That ain't self-love.
Of course they're not showing you love. That's not self-love to begin with.
Let's read some of these comments. So Quincy said, I don't think a lot of it is self-love. I think most people want to be envied or they want to feel like reality stars on social media.
Yeah.
He also says self-love isn't about self if you are choosing among the 30 selfies you took in 3 minutes just to post to the public.
Oh yeah, because they will sit there and do that.
and Derek says the blue check folks are super narcissistic.
Yes. There's a lot of those blue check folks who they feed off of that attention that they get. They got that blue check because they like to contribute. There's blue check people that don't do nothing with their life but make TikTok videos. But just because they've got 1 million or so followers and they do the I got a big fat thing, they do that challenge, all of a sudden they got 1 million followers. That doesn't mean that they are any more, relevant, or they're gonna put out some new music, or they just know how to turn around and shake their booty at the camera. But our society has said, okay, well, you deserve to be an influencer. You're somebody that people are watching. So they give them a blue check mark and put them on a pedestal. And then these people, all that does is feed into their narcissism at that point.
Yeah, the thing about self-love is you don't care about what people say about you from the outside. When you love yourself from the inside, the attention doesn't sway you left or right. It doesn't matter. But if you're feeding off of the attention and the validation from social media, but you're saying you're displaying self-love, that's not self-love. Because you're feeding off of the attention that you get from the post. I've seen people, posting and then they go to complaining about, oh, ain't nobody showing me no love, and nobody sharing my stuff or commenting on my stuff. Okay, so if you liked it and you posted it and it was good with you, then why do you care? But I guess that's really what social media is about. You want somebody else to care.
Right. Self-love. And you made a good point about that just a second ago, where, those folks who get on there and, if these people don't like they post, that just ruins their whole day. And they just go off on this thing like, oh, well, y'all ain't showing me no love. Y'all ain't doing. Self-love is self-love. your love for yourself should not be swayed by the actions of other people. And a lot of times that's what's happening, especially on a TikTok. And I'll even go past TikTok, especially on like an Instagram, because it became such a toxic problem on Instagram that they started hiding likes and stuff, because people were legitimately basing their value of self on how many hearts they got on a picture. And self-love has nothing to do with that. Self-love means loving yourself regardless of whether or whoever doesn't like what you're doing or likes what you're doing. You know, that's supposed to be a consistent. Self-love is supposed to be consistent, not based on other people's actions.
Definitely. I mean, it's just so do you feel like it has? I think it's a mixture of both. I think that people were already hungry for attention.
Yeah.
This just shining a light on it. But I also think it has like caught on like wildfire. Like one person saw another person do it, and then they saw the attention and the accolades that they get. So then they admire that, then they want to do it, and then it catches on, and then it becomes a vicious cycle. So I think that social media had a lot to do with creating this attitude of being hungry for attention. But I think some of that was already there, and now they have an outlet to get immediate gratification and get fed immediately whatever that is that they feel like they're missing.
Right. It's feeding their ego. Like a lot of these people back in the day, you know, before social media, if you wasn't getting attention, you just wasn't getting attention. Now it's like they see other people who are getting so much more attention for stuff as simple as, oh, I wear booty shorts all the time, or I do this, and they aspire to that, and it becomes a sickness. You won't believe, we had a bunch of events in town this last week. You won't believe how many fake booties I seen this week.
You live in Atlanta, dude.
It was, but I mean, it was more fake booties than normal. Around here.
They had some out of town fake booty.
It had some out of town fake booty. It was foreign plastic that was walking around here. And it was really bad.
So they had the Lamborghini booties.
Yeah. You know, and it was so funny because you're seeing these people who are literally all these girls aspiring to be this, you know, like something that they're not. And a lot of that comes from looking at these blue check marks on social media and saying, you know what, I want to get 1 million likes when I post a picture. I'm gonna go get a fake booty. And then when they get the fake booty and they're not getting the love that they think they should be getting, then it becomes a problem. I was reading somewhere the other day that a lot of people who end up having these corrective surgeries or whatever have issues, like mental issues with like suicide and things like that down the line. And I'm thinking it probably is because maybe it didn't get them the attention that they thought it was going to get them.
Quincy.
She does. She be laughing.
So can you like, how can you differentiate between somebody who is hungry for attention and somebody who is, you know, confident in themselves on social media? How do you know the difference?
So a lot of times when you see a lot of these women that are just confident, you know, in themselves, they may show off the body and things like that, but you know, they're not consistently like, one of the things, they'll put posts out there, but they're not sitting there answering every person that's in their, you know, in their thing. A lot of times those girls who do they're challenging people. Y'all not, you know, liking my picture. Y'all are not, you know, giving me what I deserve. You know, you're seeing a lot of that out there. Other than that, there's not
entitlement.
Yeah, they got that sense of entitlement there.
But then you get to the point where you don't really know the difference, because a lot of these girls who are aspiring and are narcissistic get their cues from these people who are super self-confident. And a lot of the reasons for the surgery and all that kind of stuff isn't so that I could love myself like this person. It's because they're jealous of these people and they want to have that same notoriety. They want to have that same fame. They want people to look at my booty like they're looking at this other girl booty. So they start going off on these little things. So it's hard to tell the difference. But one of the main ways you can tell is if you look at these people's pages and you see in this woman who's confident and she's doing her thing and she's putting up her little posts, and then the people who's thirsty and narcissistic, all you see is booty bouncing, and then don't see me.
All right, Q said the captions tell the difference. If they post some stupid caption, then they aren't confident. They are starving for attention.
Exactly. They're gonna post something like, yeah, I am the ish. Not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, but one thing
or a line or a lyric or a quote from Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, something like that.
So the self-love women are quoting Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
The narcissistic women is quoting Cardi B.
It is, I don't know. I hate when something is created for good, for positivity, to uplift people, to bring people together, and then it gets taken and it gets distorted and twisted into something ugly. And then nobody wants anything to do with it after that. Just like when people started using the word toxic, it became so used that people were like, I'm sick of hearing it. I don't want to hear it no more. But it's still an important topic that we need to talk about, because we still have people out here who don't know the difference, and they need to be educated so that they can, arm themselves. But once it's become flooded in society, now everybody's numb to it. Nobody wants to hear it. And now nobody's getting the message anymore.
Exactly. I like you say all point. I have seen that one so many times.
Yes. Off guard. Oh yeah, the off guard ones are always the best. That wasn't off guard, girl.
No, off guard. I mean, you put like 19 off guards. Oh, this is the best one, girl. Let's go with this one.
Joyful. Hi, thank you for joining.
Joyful. What's going on?
Often the unhealthy competitive spirit stems from envy.
Yes. They envy these women that they see who are getting all this attention, and they say, well, I want to go get my booty done. This is where a lot of those issues come to. This is when they start going out of the country and trying to go get them Brazilian butt lifts out the country, and they take all these penitentiary chances so that they can look like this girl that really don't care. She's quoting, we're all angels with one wing. It takes all of us to fly together. I don't like that. I don't even know what that means. Walk like a model, bad like a,
Well, we own the women now. We need to get on these dudes, because they got a lot of narcissistic dudes on social media too. So how do we get to spot those? How do we know the different ones? They shirt
off in every picture. Look, this is not a natural pose, by the way. I've seen so many men in pictures with this pose right here. You know what I'm saying? that is not a natural pose. But I see a lot of guys doing it when they hat over their eyes.
Yeah, it's kind of easy to spot, because
with men it's real easy to spot.
even people who try to disguise their message like they're trying to do good, you can feel the self-serving element in there somewhere. It's like, it feel like you're doing this for yourself more than you
Right.
trying to help people.
Exactly. You see the dudes who post every shoe in their closet. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
or
If you
the
proud of
kind
their
of
sneaker collection.
the vehicle,
Oh yeah. Oh
or
yeah. And I
they
wouldn't.
posing in front of the vehicle, so you gonna see what kind of car I drive.
Right. Because I'm awesome.
Yeah.
I'm pretty awesome. Yeah, with guys it's a little easier to spot because they one of the things though that I have seen a lot recently, and I'm not to cap on a lot of people. We did business spotlights today.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in those business spotlights, we didn't see the owner, we didn't see any of that. And it's fine to do that and to highlight that when you're doing your business spotlight, to highlight yourself. But you see online a lot now, and I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, where you'll have a real estate agent and they'll be doing these like basically these booty videos, but I'm a real estate agent. Come to Roxy Realty or something like that. And you look at the page, it's like, I don't see nothing about real estate. All I see is you doing workout videos and taking booty shots while you walking through the houses.
Well, I guess they say, I'm gonna use what I got to get what I want.
That is quite possible. But some of them I look at, and like I said, not too long ago, yeah, I still follow those pages. But
I know you do.
But you look at them, you're like, okay, so you selling houses? I never see you selling houses, but I do see you walking through, like walking down the street, walking in the grocery store, doing all of these different things. And even, every once in a while you might walk into a house, but they not looking at the house. They focusing on your booty while you walking up the steps into the house. Come on in. And you open up the door and that's all you see of it. It's like, wait a minute. I didn't even see the house. All I was looking at was down.
Well, we trying to figure out, we need to know who is her target market, because if she's selling houses to single men, then I guess
ain't nobody buying no houses. Ain't nobody looking at her videos buying no houses.
Exactly. They distracted by something else.
Exactly. But that's also a sign of narcissism, because you instead of promoting your business, you think you're promoting your business by promoting an image of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
In that sense, like not even yourself. It's good to have your picture on something. That's great. But to be literally like, I'm the best real estate agent in town. I haven't sold a house yet, but you need to come to me because, hey, assets.
Mm-hmm. My thing is I love to see people who are business owners, entrepreneurs promoting themselves.
Yeah.
But it's the way you do it. If you're going to promote yourself, that's good, but don't try to shine a negative light on what other people are doing in order to elevate your business, because there's room for everybody. And I might like this person. I might also like your business as well. I can be a customer of both of your businesses, and I don't have to claim loyalty to one over the other as a customer. And so as a business owner, that's just not a good look when you're trying to elevate and make yourself better than, I guess, if you're in a competitive arena where you're trying to get more business from the other people. But that's a big turnoff for most people. And I'm one of those people. If I hear any kind of negativity in the message, I'm not going.
Exactly. Yeah. When you hear that negativity, it's like I tune out instantly when I start hearing all the negative stuff. It's like, I don't know, which is another sign of narcissism, with a lot of these social media posts, is that there's nothing uplifting about nothing that they're saying. All it is just negativity. Everything that they post, when they do their stories, when they do, all that stuff, it's all negative. And it's like, nobody really is checking on me, so I'm just gonna blast everybody that come in my box. You have this holier than now, y'all are beneath me attitude. I went into a young lady's live by accident the other day because your phone just popping up out of the blue, going live. Da, 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 da. I'm like, oh no, I didn't mean to hit that. So I hit it. And before I even could get off of the thing, the first thing the girl was saying was basically, to paraphrase without cussing, all y'all blah blahs is on my blah blah. Yeah, y'all here for me. Y'all is here for me. Don't tell me nothing about that. It's like, really? You really feel like everybody's here? Well, I guess they were there for you, but that attitude, like somebody who's really all about self-love ain't gonna be sitting there putting down people who are tuning in to watch them.
Yes.
And that was what I got from that. I was like, that's definitely some narcissistic behavior right there.
Exactly. I don't know. If you really pay attention to the numbers, though, the people who are the nastiest and rudest and most toxic, they get the biggest numbers because people are attracted to train wrecks and toxicity for some reason. You can take two men who look exactly alike and they're both, trying to, speak to same group of people about a same topic.
Right.
The dude over here who is speaking positively, motivating, uplifting, he's going to get a good crowd. But the dude over here who cussing people out, cutting people off, rating people, telling them what they do deserve and don't deserve and how they look, and how you washed up. That's what the people gonna run to because that's the entertainment.
Exactly. It entertains them. It's a train, like you say, it's a train wreck. You want to see people get cut down because for some reason we want to see people get put in their place, and all that kind of stuff,
So you can't sit here and tell me that a person who can spout that much garbage onto other people has inner love for themselves.
Right, because all that vitriol has to come from somewhere.
We treat people the way we feel inside. And if I'm a pissed off individual, if I don't like people,
you're
gonna know it from the way I talk to people.
Yeah, and that happens so much though. And we've talked about some of those folks on here before, some of those influences that are out there who just spit that negativity and people flock to it. And it's because the more negative, the better. If they started doing, if they changed their life and started living for God, they'd be like, oh, they're not even entertaining no more.
Oh yeah, they know they know for sure they're gonna lose their crowd and they're gonna lose their income.
Right. So they continue to push the envelope even more. See, all that does with a narcissist, when they get the attention, all that does is it make them become more narcissistic. It makes them become more toxic. It makes them spew out even more venom, because y'all still here. Y'all still giving me all this attention. Y'all must want more of it, and they going to continue to get worse and worse and worse.
Because we have a population and a society of people who are very hurt, damaged, broken, and they don't know where to turn to get healing. And so they're attracted to other people who feel like them, who talk like them, who have built up anger and frustration, and they don't know what to do with it. And so they found an outlet. Let's go over here and let's complain and talk about each other together. I'm miserable.
Right.
You miserable. Let's do it together. At least I'm not by myself. At least I'm
Exactly.
not miserable by myself. I found a whole group of people who miserable just like me. So let's get together.
They say that all the time. Misery breeds company.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
so
when you
you
feel
got
like you
miserable
by
people to work
yourself,
up.
right? When you feel like it's just you, then you really got to look at you. But if I
Right.
can get a group of people that's with me and they're just like me and we're all miserable together, then maybe it's not that bad. Maybe this is normal. Maybe this is
Right.
how most people are.
Exactly. And that's when it becomes a problem because we're getting to normalize misery
Mm-hmm.
instead of trying to fix a problem, we begin to like basically allow the problem to just exist and be
Right.
like, well, this is going on, but I ain't by myself.
Right.
Instead of trying to do the healing, trying to do all of those things that you need to do to get better,
Mm-hmm.
you're just gonna sit there and be like, well, that's just what everybody do. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be satisfied with where I'm at. And then you don't have any healing. You don't
Mhm.
have any change that's actually taking place.
Yeah, I like Joyful and Blessed. She said, yes, we treat people the way we feel inside. I had said that about mean people who tear down other people and act arrogant as if they are better. It doesn't come from a place of joy or security. Never, never. When you see somebody who gets pleasure out of watching somebody else suffer, that means they temporarily they've taken the suffering off of themselves and
Right.
they've transferred it onto you. And they get a little bit of relief because I'm not by myself.
Exactly. And that makes them feel better about themselves. They like, okay,
Mhm.
I'm putting you down. I can step on your neck to kind of push myself up and feel a little bit better about myself for a little bit.
Mhm.
And it's sad because there's so many people who are, again, quote unquote influencers who you can look at and say, you know what? They really get joy out of dunking people. They really
Mhm.
get joy out of putting people down and really, you know, nailing people when,
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it would be a lot better to show these people love and compassion and allow them to get built up so that everybody can come up as a community instead of tearing down these individual bricks and watching the whole wall crumble down.
But they can't do that because they don't have it.
True.
They don't
That
have
is
it
true.
within them, so they can't give it. And so, in on the opposite side of the coin, when you meet a person who has true love for themselves from the inside, they want other people to feel like that as well. And
Right,
so
right.
they exude that and they share that and they try to uplift other people. They hate to see other people down because they know how that felt. And now that they're in a good place, they want to make sure they can bring other people to that good place. So you'll always be able to feel somebody's from the inside from their message and the way they deliver the message. Because some people are good at masquerading
Yeah,
like they're trying to be positive and helpful, but they have some ugliness inside. So they hide it for a while, but after a while it comes out.
that's very true. And anybody can take a quote from a quote book or copy paste a quote and put it on IG under their picture. That
Mhm.
always kills me when I see the booty pics and they doing the whole pose back and they have this really inspirational quote underneath. Like, what that got to do with this quote? Why are you
What?
trying to show me your booty and you got this quote sitting? Ain't nobody looking at no quote. You know, girl.
See, I don't know how that works because I don't be seeing them. I don't follow them.
Yeah. I follow all of them. But what I'm saying
But
is,
what you're saying is you ain't gonna unfollow either.
you know what? I have unfollowed a few. I have unfollowed a few.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is me gathering data in this scenario, right? I just want to
I
make this
hear
is
you.
market
I
research.
hear you. I hear you. Yes. What's up, Queen Cole? Queen Cole
What's
say it's
going
a trap.
on, Queen? Yeah, it is. It is definitely a trap.
He don't care about traps. He don't care. He
Like
be
I just be walking right
trapping.
all in.
He be trapping.
Exactly. I'll be like, it's a trap. Really?
Let
Oh,
me
well, I guess
see.
I should go ahead and walk on in. Let me double check this. Make
Oh
sure that it's
God.
actually a trap.
What we got in the comments here. Let me go ahead and put this out of here.
Oh, I know, huh?
It's gotta
Yeah, I
be
don't know what that is.
yeah, that was a
We get the spammers
that was
back.
one of our first I think on YouTube, that's one of our first trolls that we've had on YouTube.
Yeah, that is very true. Because I remember on Facebook, they started coming in pretty regularly. And it was like, oh, okay, what this one got to say? Oh, hey, that's nasty.
Yeah, I think we had one talking about herpes simplex 10.
Yeah, right. And they was like, I have the cure. Come to me. And then I'm like, well, what?
That was
What
crazy.
the heck? They was trying to solicit people in the group for stuff. I was like, really?
Yes.
Y'all tripping.
Queen Cole said you ain't got to follow the sea.
You know what? You are right, Queen. I
Mm.
don't have to follow the sea.
I'm done.
Notice I didn't say.
You ain't never say, I'm gonna go ahead and handle that. You ain't never say that. Hey,
Just saying,
Dane.
hey, Dane, what's going on?
What's going
Welcome
on?
to the virtual congregation. It's been a while.
I know, right? Long time no see. You caught us. Yeah, so this was a good discussion. I'm glad we were able to have this, and we need just more awareness of who, not going to the extreme left or to the extreme right of anything. Everything has to have balance.
Right, exactly. Try to. It's okay to love yourself. It's okay to love on yourself. It's okay to celebrate your gains. I mean, you can get out there and you've been working out, you've been doing your things. Great to do those things and promote those things and be proud of yourself. It's a completely different monster when you get online and you start putting other people down because they can't do this like I do this.
Mm-hmm.
Then it becomes an issue.
Thing about social media is it can be used for good and it can be used for evil. And we are not entitled to anything. We're not entitled for people to like, comment, share our stuff. We are not entitled for anybody to show us any love. We are not entitled to anything. When you go into it with a sense of entitlement, like, if she was my girl, she would like my stuff of it. He was my boy, he would have shared it. I don't know about them. They don't never like us comment on none of my stuff. You're not entitled to, people's attention.
Right.
But social media has made us feel like we are entitled to something.
Right. If you don't support that, because that's all we think about when we think about support. Now, you ain't hitting no like button, you ain't supporting me. You not doing, and then they get all, angry at you. And it's like, what?
Right.
Why?
Because when you're doing something if you're doing it for the sheer love of it, if you love what you're doing, it's not going to stop you from doing it because people are not cheering you or clapping for you.
Right, exactly. With that being said, though, make sure you like, subscribe, and thumbs up our videos here on Dope Discussions. We really appreciated every single one of you guys.
And if you don't, we're going to come debo you.
Right. Yeah, you don't. You better open your door real slow.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us, joining us in the comments, subscribing to the channel. We are growing. We are almost at 2,500 subscribers.
Almost there.
We are almost there. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
The congregation gets bigger and bigger. We're going to have to put y'all in Lakewood Church in a little while.
Yes. Yes, we currently have 282 active viewers watching us.
Oh, wow.
I wish we had more I wish we had more people in the comments.
Oh, yeah, because all the people watching us, hey, look, make sure y'all start chiming in because we will read your comments
Yes.
live on air. And I'll even do it in my voice. We'll read your comments live on air.
Yes, we are out of here. Next week, we got another great topic for y'all. Next week, we are going to be talking about hustle culture. Is the hustle culture killing us? Are we going to grind to the grave? You know, we got that saying.
I feel hit.
Yeah.
I gave up one job.
You know, we got that mentality. I'm hustling 24/7. I'll sleep when I die.
Right.
And a lot of times that comes a lot earlier if we don't get some rest.
Right, because we're killing ourselves not getting rest. The whole purpose of life is living. And a lot of times we forget about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank y'all for joining us. We will see y'all next Sunday right here. Same time, same place, same space.
Later, people. See y'all.